In this movie we're gonna fly over one of those cities which received a photogrammetry update. It's Halifax, and with Halifax you will also, or I'll say within the close area of Halifax, you will also find multiple points of interest. One of them is the Maugner Beach House, but as you can see there are several other ones. We're not gonna fly over all of them. On the left side we see the Prince of Wales, specific site, and in front of us there's the George's Island National Historic Site. So what does photogrammetry update mean for those who are new to Flight Simulator? It means that they used Bing Maps in this case to update the scenery. If you would have flown over this part of the world prior to world update number 11, you would probably not have seen that much, let's say, different buildings, maybe say similar buildings which you saw on other parts of the world, and now it's say really the Bing Maps data which has been used to update this content. So here we see the Halifax Citadel National Historic Site, right? So that confirms that we're correct, because it's always a challenge. And in some cases that's why I would say switch on the point of interest, because it helps me say navigating in this case. Of course there are also several other ways. So below us is the George's Island National Historic Site. And in front of us there are also two bridges, right? So let's first fly over Halifax. So if you live in Halifax, let me know how realistic it is. You can see that they added more buildings, right? So more, I would say, higher buildings. We're gonna do another flight over it on our lower altitude, because I realize that we're, I would say, on a little bit high altitude. Here we see the Halifax Citadel National Historic Site in the center. And then while decreasing speed and also decreasing the altitude slowly, we see also some sporting facilities on the left side, and of course some bridges. Really wondering how far they modify the bridges. One of them is the Angus L. MacDonald Bridge, and the other one will come up in a few minutes. You can see on the left side that they add also some more higher buildings, right? So it's not that flat, I would say, scenery which you're, I would say, might be used to. The good thing is that they have added that in world update number 11. Now be aware that in some cases the scenery is a little bit stuttering after a world update release. That's due to the fact that everybody wants to try it, and then sometimes servers are a little bit overloaded, I think. So on the right side, right, we can see some industry, and in front of it is the A. Murray Mackay Bridge. Several, I would say, ships also located here. Cool to see. The other thing which is a little bit weird is, I would say, you look at the water, right, it's really dark, and then as soon as we pass the bridge it's really light. But hey, maybe that's normal. I would say it still looks pretty cool. So, and that's what I meant right here. You can see some scenery quirks sometimes happening. So we're gonna make a turn, right? We're using the Cessna 172. Fly over the city on a lower altitude so we can have a closer look at the buildings. Special buildings below us in a nice form. This looks like to be some kind of shipyard or something. You see a large hall where they're probably building the ships, and also below us is, I would say, they're building a new ship. Bridges again. ship below us, even with a helicopter spot, right? Spot for the helicopters. We need to wait a few more weeks before the 40th anniversary update will be there, right? Below us are some naval ships, as it looks like. And the reason that you need to wait for the 40th anniversary update, hard word, is that it will also include helicopters as far as has been announced. So really looking forward to that, how it will be supported. And even I'm also really curious how they will support, let's say, the already existing helicopters, right? We've got the H135, the H125, several other ones which have been released. So this is the city itself, right? So let's go to the, I would say, fly over the Prince of Wales Tower National Historic Site, and then let's move to the other part of the city, which is, I would say, on the other side of the river. Go. Now we're gonna slowly turn, so we can fly over the river and then say watch at that other part of the city, which is, oh, it looks like it's more industry, right? But let's have a look at it. And this is just one of the cities which has received an update, right? So there are far more cities which received an update. So really cool to see. We're already looking forward to what, let's say, continent or country is next on the list. It's always, I would say, nice discussions which are going on, right? Maybe they will go to the South America piece, or maybe they will go to South Africa, right? South Africa, and I would say those countries have not been touched for a long time already, but it was, let's say, already, and let's say, kind of admitted that they are working on it, so it could be that that will be the next one. In addition to that, of course, we also have the city updates, which are, I would say, the latest update type which they made available, so maybe that's also, let's say, one of those things which they will add. So the cool thing about Halifax, by the way, is that it's pretty close to a large airport, right? Halifax International Airport. So if you want to look at this scenery yourself, you can also, let's say, depart from that airport and have a look at it. I, of course, went, I would say, already was airborne prior to starting the recording. Funny thing here is if you look at the water right now, really close to the bridge, you can see that it's a different, I would say, it looks really different, not as flat as it looks like what we're currently flying over, right? You can see really more reliefs, some more waves, etc. While in this part, right, we don't see anything. It looks like it's ready for a storm, right? Which is, I would say, more to the south in the Americas. So hope everybody in those locations are doing fine, and be careful for yourself and for your family. I will keep my fingers crossed because it does not look very good. Some more buildings over here, right? So I would say the most details you will see on the left part of the river. In this part you will see, I would say, some smaller buildings. Although also some, let's say, buildings over there in the bottom right corner and on the right side currently, which received some updates. In addition to this, the bonus of this city is that it has, I would say, several points of interest which you can visit. So really cool to see. So here ends this first video about the world update number 11, and then specifically focusing on the photogrammetry update which, let's say, this city received. Hope you liked this video. If you liked it, then consider to use the like button. If you got questions or comments, then feel free to post in the comment box below. And if you want to stay up to date about new videos I'm posting, then make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.